Dear Aerosmith. Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no talk. They say you never forget your first love, and in terms of rock and roll, that was you guys, and believe me, I haven't forgotten. I was probably about 8 or 9 when I realized you guys were pretty much the be-all, end-all for rock and roll for me at the time, and I got into your music big time. For years, I was a proud dues-paying member of Aero Force One, and I even won your holiday jingle contest in either 96 or 97, and I proudly display the signed t-shirt that I won in that on my wall in my home. It's right next to the harmonica that Steven threw off stage at a Cleveland show in 1994, and my dad caught, gave it to me, and we framed it. I mean, in high school, my love for you guys was beyond notorious, as the school knew that well over half of my t-shirt collection was nothing but Aerosmith themed t-shirts. Hell, my first AOL screen name was a play on Mama Kin. When I was 16 years old, I made up fake press credentials so that I could get into the 21 and over only satellite listening party when 9 Lives was released, and I got in because I was not gonna miss that. You know what, let me just put this in visual terms. Check this out. This is a photo of me at the end of high school with most, not all, of my Aerosmith memorabilia, okay? Got the idea of how much I love your band yet? I feel it necessary to qualify this from the start because I need to ask you guys a pretty big favor. And I wanted to make it very clear that I'm not just some random casual Aerosmith fan. I was a fan amongst fans. So here's what I'm asking, guys. Listen closely. Please, please call it a career. The last few years, you've been outright embarrassing yourselves, and you're getting dangerously close to doing severe damage to the amazing legacy that you built. It's been nearly 20 years since you released an album or any music that could really be considered great, and your last 2 studio efforts have been outright abysmal. That urgency is gone, that drive, that attitude that is Aerosmith. It's been missing for so long, and it's just been replaced with this heavy feeling of a band that's just trying too hard to stay relevant. Remember that drive, that grit that you had on songs like Draw the Line or Lord of the Thighs, or even Heart's Done Time? It's clear you guys just can't find that anymore, and what you've put in its place falls short of everything that made you guys so great. I mean, you are aware that you don't actually need to make new music, right? You can take that route that most bands in your age range take, and just do tours of playing all the killer tunes that you made throughout your career. Trust me, if you just did that, nobody would complain. I get the whole artistic need thing and that you still love creating within the studio environment, but please, next time you get that idea, go spin Rocks or Pump and decide for yourself if it's up to those standards. I mean, to be honest, Music from Another Dimension was a perfect title for that album, as I'm sure in some other dimension there is a version of Aerosmith that made their career on playing bland, tepid, light rock songs that reek of a band who are well past their years and just trying to force themselves into the current sound. It honestly sounded like what would happen if my dad started a rock band all of a sudden trying to recapture his youth. You know, the words would be there, but there'd be nothing behind it except for aged sadness. To be honest, I'm not really sure if this sound is carried over in your live shows because unfortunately, I'm not in high enough of a tax bracket to afford tickets to your shows anymore. You guys are rock and roll royalty. There's no question there. Collectively, you still remain the ultimate rock story. But the chapters you've been writing recently are really making it difficult to remember the beginning of the book. So please, on behalf of someone who spent so many years of their life loving everything there was about your band and still proudly carries that flag to this day, please hang it up. I know it's a bit harsh, but the truth hurts, especially when it comes from someone who truly loves you.